What happened to YouTubers, man? That has been a question that has lately been plaguing the internet a little bit, and it is something that you right there, you sitting at home, your name's John probably, and me are going to figure out together. So, let's get into the video. So for those of you who have lives and maybe don't spend all your time on the internet like nobody I know, you may or may not have seen this tweet. And it's basically Dan TDM calling out KSI, Logan Paul, and Mr. Beast. Basically, these guys released a product as a competitor to Lunchables, which is called Lunchly, and a lot of people have exposed it for being very, very unhealthy, as if Lunchables in and of themselves already weren't really unhealthy. But basically, Dan TDM came out and he said this: what happened to YouTubers? Man, I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know any better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better. And basically, after this tweet, not only KSI but Logan Paul, they both started really crashing out. This tweet garnered a lot of attention. As you can see, it has 665,000 likes and almost 70,000 retweets. That is insane. Afterwards, KSI came out and was going insane with the responses. As a matter of fact, he spent an entire month just crashing out over this tweet. As you can see here, I'm on KSI's Twitter, and the last tweet that he made about this situation was only 3 days ago. Compared to Dan TDM's tweet, yeah, this dude has been butthurt about this for quite a while, and it's actually a little bit shocking and kind of sad. How the mighty fall, am I right? So after this, Tommy Innit got into it with Logan Paul. Now, if you don't know who Tommy Innit is, he got big off the Dream SMP during, I think, like 2020, 2021. I don't know, guys. I don't research for these videos. That's a lie. Please watch my video essays. I spend so much time on them. But basically, Tommy Innit got famous with the rest of the Dream SMP, and they're kind of blowing up in their claim to fame. And he's kept a good bit of that fame because he's the only member of the Dream SMP that doesn't have some kind of crazy controversy around him, like allegations of sexual assault or abusing their spouses or girlfriends, or I don't know, guys. But he's been able to keep a pretty consistent and well-liked fan base. He is probably the least controversial member of the Dream SMP when it was still active. I don't believe it's active anymore. Minus Technoblade. Technoblade wasn't that controversial either. But Tommy Innit has gotten into it with Logan Paul. Absolutely crazy. Drink break. Really thirsty. Whoa. Stop the video. It's sponsor time. Have you ever been thirsty? Me too. But that's why, ladies and gentlemen, we've been given a solution, and that solution is Rogue Energy. Rogue Energy is my favorite energy drink. I love to drink it while I'm gaming, and I love to drink it on screen. Right now, I will be leaving my referral link down in the description below. Go ahead and click on that. You can get an extra 5% off of the 10% off that you would already get by using code SCOOPIER at checkout. Okay, so here we have this clip, and you guys can't see it because my camera will be in the way, but Tommy Innit explains Minecraft to Logan Paul. Impulsive, episode 292.
So every time you talk about girls,
It's funny, isn't it?
but it's cat.
What do you mean by it's cap?
So basically, the whole episode is basically Thomas, Logan, and this other dude whose name I don't care to remember because he's not that important, are talking about his career, his time as a YouTuber, all those sorts of things. It did garner a lot of more attention for Tommy, especially in groups that he wouldn't have necessarily been famous in before, such as, I know Logan Paul at the time was big on the crypto and a lot of other things, but a lot of the clips of Tommy talking to Logan on this podcast have gone viral and gotten Tommy in a lot more fame than he otherwise would have had from just Minecraft videos, you know? So that's all well and good. But then, when the controversy came out with Lunchly and the controversy came out with Prime, Tommy Innit ended up calling Logan Paul out on something that was, in and of itself, quite abhorrent, quite insane, quite ridiculous, even, if you will. So, it all started once again here on Twitter, where Tommy posts a video essay on how YouTube has changed. And honestly, the things that he says in his essay are not that bad. Like, I feel like, as a generality, his essay is really good, and it does demonstrate how YouTube has changed for the better and for the worse. Where the controversy comes in, though, is here, when he says, "Right, I'm done," and he posts a picture, a screenshot from a video of Logan Paul advertising for the drink company that he only owns 20% of, by the way. He and KSI, I'm pretty sure, don't actually fully own it. They're just like the figurehead, like the faces of the company. And the drink company is Prime. And he posts this screenshot of a segment of Logan Paul advertising Prime when they are talking about the Gaza conflict. Now, if you don't know, there's a whole conflict going on in the Middle East right now between Israel and Palestine. You probably do know. It's garnered a lot of popularity, but Logan Paul is advertising for Prime during this segment where they're supposed to be talking about the deaths of, like, children and things of that nature. So Tommy Innit posts this, and Logan Paul's replies, you could probably see it over here, is that offline glaze though, and he posts a screenshot of his personal and private messages with Tommy, where he is essentially barely replying to him, and Tommy is, you know, trying to engage in conversations with him, because Logan and Tommy weren't friends, I'd say, but they were associated, and Tommy Innit obviously, I wouldn't say looked up to, but in a lot of ways respected Logan, especially after he was on the podcast. Tommy Innit quote retweets this and replies, "If the same week I had a daughter, I also lost to a beef with Tommy Innit, I would kill myself." And that started this whole beef between them. Logan says, "Tommy's lashing out because I've been neglecting him. Sorry I didn't chill with you, buddy." And basically he posts more screenshots where Tommy was asking if they could hang out, and Logan was like, "Yeah, we can," but then he gets too busy, and so they don't end up hanging out. Tommy quote retweets again and says, "Why do you keep posting private messages of me being kind to you? Are you stupid?" A fair question. Tommy seemingly is the only one with maturity in this, in terms of the fact that he is being polite and kind to Logan, or was, and Logan sees that he's being called out on things, not only by Tommy, but by other people, other famous YouTubers such as DanTDM, and they just, instead of apologizing and actually taking accountability for the things they've done, he and KSI both just decided to lash out more and more. So, Logan's reply to this was, "Because you beg me for attention offline, then you run to Twitter when I don't acknowledge you. Just another fake internet kid." So, readers actually, and this is one of the new features of Twitter where community readers can add context to tweets, and it's that they say, "Tommy Innit did not run to Twitter because Logan ignored him. Tommy posted a screenshot of an impulsive video where Logan can be seen advertising Prime during a Gaza conflict segment," which, as I explained earlier, is exactly what happened. Tommy didn't run to Twitter because he was being ignored. Tommy called something out, which honestly built on what he had been talking about the previous day in his video essay. So it does make sense that he would make that connection, you know? So Tommy again quote retweets this and says, "Wow, you caught me red-handed." And Logan is then trying to get a hold of him, trying to call him, trying to text him, saying, "I think we should handle this like adults." To which Tommy replies, "You man-child, leave me alone." Next, Tommy introduces a Tommy Innit vape. Now, obviously, this isn't a real vape, guys. This is, I mean, Tommy's a kid. He's a couple years older than me, I think. He's not even, I doubt he's even, like, legally allowed to vape. I don't know the laws in the UK, but I would assume that probably not. Tommy posts this in response to their Lunchly as a competitor to Lunchables. He calls it Vapely. Let's check out that video. Okay, so here is the Tommy Innit Vapely video.
The other day, I stared out to the sunset, and I asked myself, what is the YouTube creator economy missing? You know, because we have chocolate, we have drinks, we have little YouTubers, baby photos on USB sticks, but where do we go from here? Well, luckily for you, I hold the future right in my pocket. Vapely. Vapely is an all-new way to make
So basically, he just goes on. There's a segment of one of his friends, his fellow YouTuber friends, trying it, where he has someone else try it as like a demonstration. He goes on talking about, you know, he kind of harks on the drama a little bit when he says that DanTDM has endorsed his product, and that he has other YouTubers who've endorsed it as well. He talks a little bit about the hater drama, calling DanTDM a hater for calling out Lunchly. And basically the whole time, like even the logo down here in the corner, it's supposed to be poking fun at Lunchly. And so Logan Paul never really formally replied to Tommy's Vapely, but he did go and obviously do another episode of his podcast, Impulsive, where he does address and talk about a little bit the DanTDM drama. And that's pretty much the furthest development we've had so far in this story, besides KSI making a few tweets here and there because he really cannot let it go. Another thing that this did lead to for KSI was that his new song that he released, Thick of It, which I'll say this, it's not horrible, but it's not good by any means. A lot of people were throwing shade at his new song, and he was claiming that the hate on it was super forced and it was only a result of this conflict, which is a little bit true, but also, come on guys, it was not a good song. But anyways, that's gonna do it for this video. I will see you guys in the next one. Be sure to subscribe, hit the like button, of course. Why would you not? That's my question. Why would you watch the video and not like it? Okay, but yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.